Hello everyone, I'm John Brewer and I'm thrilled to be able to provide a Qigong lesson for you today. And it's called, the sequence of lessons I'll teach are called the 7 Power Tools. So they are brought to us by the Institute of Integral Taichi and Qigong, taught by longtime teacher Roger Yanka. First, let me welcome you here to this video session, and I want to send my best regards to you and my hopes, my wishes that you're well in every way, including dealing with the social isolation that we're facing these days. So as we do these practices, I want to invite you from the outset here to stay in your comfort zone. It's very important that we practice self-care even when we're doing a set of practices that are designed for self-care. So by that I mean, if we're bending over, for example, and your body will bend over this far today, easily, then that's far enough. If we're stretching up or reaching up and your arms or shoulders are uncomfortable, then just go as far as you can. It's also fine to use the imagination, your mind's creativity, to visualize these practices and get the same benefits. Okay, so taking very good care of ourselves. I'm really pleased to be able to provide this video that you'll have as a resource. But in addition to this video, you'll receive an email that will have video links to short videos of each of the practices we're going to work with today. And in addition to that, there'll be an attachment that describes in writing and through graphics these 7 power tools. So let's begin. The first of the power tools are the 3 mindful alignments. So let's have our feet, whether we're sitting or standing, just a couple of inches apart or as far apart as allows for you to easily balance yourself. Let's take a look at our posture, because one of the mindful alignments has to do with posture. So we want to have this sense of being connected with the earth. So the knees are slightly bent, and we have this sense of sinking down and being connected with the earth. We're also going to tuck the tailbone under. You've seen a dog who tucks their tail underneath. It's like that. Tuck the tail under, which lengthens and straightens the lower spine, aligns it. So that another way of thinking of this, in addition to tucking the tailbone down, you can draw the stomach in just a little, not so much as to restrict breathing. But you can think of the pelvis as a bowl. And we want to have balance, as if the bowl were on a table, so that, in this case, the organs are supported by this pelvic bowl. So now as we have this feeling, this sense of sinking down, being connected with the earth, and aligning the low spine, we want to have the sense of lifting up at the same time. As if we're actually lifting up, each vertebra lifting up, creating space between the vertebra. And continuing to lift up. Now we align the neck vertebra by just tucking the chin back slightly. You've gone too far if you feel tension in the back of your neck. So just tucking the chin in slightly. And if you want, you can have a sense of being lifted up by an invisible strand into the sky. So now the spine is aligned. And these are called the Intentful Corrections, because as we do our practices, we'll revert to a habitual way of standing, and we can intentfully correct that. Let's also roll our shoulders, relax and loosen the shoulders, and let the arms hang down in a relaxed way. Open the chest and create some space between our arms and our body. So that's the first of the mindful alignments, establishing the posture and having that sense of sinking down into the earth and lifting up into the heavens. The second of the mindful alignments is the breath. So just notice your breath right now. Without having to change anything, just noticing this activity that we do every moment of our lives, breathing. And then if you wish, choose to breathe a little more deeply. Breathing in and out. Long, slow, deep, relaxed breaths. One more. And so as we do these 7 power tools, we do our Qigong practice, having that deep, relaxed, full breath in and out is a huge part of getting the benefits that we get from Qigong through the movement and coordinating or being aware of our breathing. The third of the mindful alignments is the mind's focus. So when we do Qigong, we are taking a vacation from our busy mind. So let's just, for fun, just pretend, lift your hands up like I'm doing. Pretend in one hand there's the past, and in one hand there's the future. And as we bring the 2 hands together, the past and future spills out for the moment. Hands come together into present moment. So mind's focus is to turn what some people might look at and call an exercise into true Qigong, which is a moving meditation, which incorporates the breathing. Very good. So we've done the 3 mindful alignments, and we could think of this also as standing meditation. So that's the first power tool. And our second power tool is called the flowing motion. So let's go ahead and separate our feet until they're about shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent. See if you can remember the mindful alignments. Palms are facing back, arms are relaxed. Turn the palms facing forward and lift the palms up. Lifting the arms up as well to about shoulder level. Turn the palms down and lower the arms. When they get to your sides, have them travel a little bit behind you. Turn the palms and come up again. The flowing motion. Turn them down. And as the hands lower, let's sink down, connecting with the earth. And as we turn our palms up and our arms are lifted upward, let's rise up. And now sink down. Notice your breathing. Encourage yourself to have deep, relaxed, flowing breaths in and out. And we can, if we want, coordinate our breathing. One way would be to breathe in on the way up and out on the way down. Sinking down, breathing out. Rising up, breathing in. Sinking down, breathing out. This time as we raise up, let's come up onto our tiptoes, maybe just a little bit towards the front of the foot, coming up in your tiptoes, and then down with the weight shifting back toward the heels. Being very careful that you stay balanced. So if this doesn't feel like something you're ready for quite yet, just stand feet on the earth. If you feel ready, we'll come up a little bit on our toes, our tiptoes, and we'll sink down and let the weight shift toward the heels. Not so that we're rocking or going anywhere near being off balance. So where this might be challenging at first, after a while, it will literally improve our balance. So breathing in, breathing out. One more time. And then relax for a moment and just notice. Now I mentioned you'll have video links that you can click onto, and you'll see my teacher Roger Yonka leading the flowing motion. Please remember that with the breathing, you're invited to coordinate your breathing. Breathing in and out, but it's fine to just not worry about, just keep the breath going, nice, deep, full and long and slow. Don't worry about coordinating it. Maybe later, when the movements become second nature. Also, when you're viewing the video, my teacher Roger has huge breath capacity, so when he's showing you how to coordinate the breathing, he goes super slow. Remember, you get to pick your own pace in practicing all of these practices, including the flowing motion. Good. And the next power tool that we'll work with is called Earth and Sky, bending forward and back. So then just palms facing up as if you're holding something with two hands. Raising the hands up in front of your body, interlocking the fingers, and then reaching up. Remember, only reach up as high as is comfortable. We're not reaching up too high anyway. And we have just a slight back bend here, if it feels right. And then we come forward and we arch our back like a Halloween cat, bringing our knuckles together like this. Let's do that again. Coming up, reaching up, and then coming back the opposite way, and the knuckles come together. So let's relax for a minute. So we can think of this movement as a chi pump because it activates the lymph system so well. So you're actually cleansing your entire being through activating the lymph system, and also the nervous system, the spine, and the lungs. Again, front and back bending of the spine. So now, I'll invite you to coordinate the breathing. If you don't feel ready yet, then just breathe naturally, normally. Lift the hands up in front of the body. Interlock fingers. Take breathing in now. And then breathing out, coming down. This time when the knuckles come together, add a little pressure, a little effort, and then relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Knuckles together, a little pressure here. And then relax, hands by your sides just for a moment to get the full benefit out of reaching up, bending forward and back, I should say. When we are contracting here, we can contract hands, wrists, forearms, arms, shoulders, chest, but we can contract our face, we can contract our bellies, legs, even our feet, even our perineum, like a Kegel. So if you choose to practice this at home a little bit, extend it a little bit at a time, contracting different muscle groups, because it's squeezing. It's like absorbing. If you absorbed, chi can become stagnant. It can get contracted. So just like a sponge, we're kind of collecting all of those things, and we can wring the sponge out and release, energy that's not supporting us anymore, and create space for new, fresh energy to come in. So let's try this again. Reaching up, bending back, and then bending forward, contract as many muscles as feels right in this moment. And breathe in. And breathe out. One last time. Contract. And relax. And notice. When doing a series of practices like these, the 7 power tools, it's wise to take even a few seconds in between just to relax, let the energy flow, and notice how it is, what's going on within you and around you. Good. The next power tool is called tracing the Qi channels. Okay, so be wise for me to demonstrate this carefully for you. So we do have these channels. The Chinese call them meridians. Our closest corollary would be our circulatory system. 6 moving up from the earth, 6 moving down from the sky, all connecting to the organ systems, the brain, the nervous system. So in this case, here we are doing a sort of a form of massage, really. Very light energy massage. We can stir up some qi this way. And then we're just going to take our hands, which can lightly brush our face or be just a little bit away, over the top of our heads, back of our necks, over the shoulders, and then under the rib cage, and then here on the low back. Now here's where we're going to bend forward only as far as comfortable for you, so that you're tracing the channels down the backs of your legs, tracing the channels down the back of your legs, and then up the inside of your legs. So why don't you join me? Remember, you don't have to go all the way down on that forward bend to get the benefits. Just tracing over the top of the head, back and neck, shoulders. Center line under ribs, low back, maybe as high as the kidneys. Now we do that forward bend. The fingertips are tracing the back of the legs. If you go this far, that's perfect. If you can go further, that's great too. Hands circle the front of the toes, up the inside of the legs. Now let's extend one arm, either arm, palm down. And then the arm that's not extended, we're just going to have that palm up come underneath. Palm up, come underneath. You can shift your feet and legs around to make it comfortable. And then come to the end of the fingertips, and then palm comes along the top of the arm, kind of glides across your face like a cloud passing in the sky, and extends palm down. And then that arm, opposite arm, comes under, over the top, in front of the face. The weight shifts, the hips turn, the opposite hand comes under. You can shift your feet and legs to make it comfortable. And the palm now is facing down, coming across. We'll extend the opposite direction one final time. Keep your breathing going, nice and flowing. And we'll do what they call a Taichi Cross. The arms just crossed in front. And then we will do one more whole body trace of the channels. And then just find a resting place for your hands and notice for a moment. Here, with tracing the channels, we're supporting free flow of energy and release of energy that no longer serves. as well. Quite a beautiful meditative movement. So there are a lot of moving parts to this one, so I'm happy to say you will have a video link as well as description in the attachment you'll be getting. Great, our next power tool is perfect right after this one. It's called Energizing the Organs. So an important part of Qigong is self-massage. And we could be tapping or stroking or rubbing, or in this case we can just be holding. I guess we'll be kind of rubbing and holding at the same time, because we're going to start with one hand, the right hand, just at the rib cage where the liver is, and the left hand at the rib cage, stomach, pancreas, spleen. I'm going to have this sense now. Remember those mindful alignments. Get that good upright posture. Have that sense of connecting with the pure energy of the earth and the pure energy of the sky and of the life force all around us. Have that sense of being like a chi magnet, and this energy is coursing into and through us, especially through the palms of our hands. And here we are, holding our purification system, our digestive system, and we can now make small circles. With that deep, relaxed, flowing, breathing in and out. Just small circles. Just massaging those organ systems. And now allow one hand to come up to the center of the chest and one over the belly button. So the upper hand connecting with the lungs and the heart, the lower hand with the abdomen, the intestines, the kidney energy system. Have that sense of pure energy being received by you and choosing to literally direct that healing energy to your own organ systems. With the heart pumping the pure, fresh chi to every cell of the body. The lungs breathing in the pure, fresh chi from the four directions. And then just making those little circles. Beautiful. And then allow the hands right to the low back. Here we could massage that low back, reaching up as far as is comfortable, staying in your comfort zone. And then just allowing them to come to rest in the low back, sending healing energy into the kidney energy system. Relax and notice. And then next we will do a practice called the gathering breath. We'll do this seated. And the video that you'll get for the gathering breath includes a practice called Marrow Washing. There's some subtle differences, but they're really pretty much one and the same. So this is a breath practice where, seated or standing, we're really connecting with planet Earth, the cosmos, and the life all around us. So as a breathing practice, we sink down toward the earth, lowering our hands, and then as lifting the energy of the earth up while breathing in, we're also gathering from the biosphere and from the heaven realm and drawing all that energy down, as if we are infusing it into our organs, our tissues, into our cells. Reaching down, breathing in, breathing out. having that sense of the energy circulating, especially to where it is most needed. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax a moment. Using our respiratory system to take these breaths, obviously and clearly, we can actually use our capacity to visualize to actually amplify this practice even more. And that is by being aware that over the surface of our bodies there are nearly 1,000 energy gates, or more commonly known as acupuncture points. We can have a sense of breathing with our entire body and drawing healing energy in through these energy gates. So on the in-breath, let's add that if it works for you. Let's breathe in using our respiratory system and breathing, whole body breathing. Breathe out and have that sense of infusion of energy, energy circulating to the cells. And once more, this is called marrow washing, because we can visualize or imagine the healing, pure, fresh qi being collected and stored in our bones and our bone marrow. This is an ancient practice. With big benefits. And one last time. And that is our 7th power tool, the marrow washing. So in concluding a series like these 7 power tools, a good ending is to take a little time for meditation, sitting, standing, or lying down, or taking a walk in the backyard. So I invite you to extend your own practice that way if you wish. I hope you take the opportunity to click on the video links I'll be sending. They're short, 3-4 minutes. I think one is 7 minutes. And then the booklet has, I think it's like 25 pages or so. Don't need to look at all of the booklet. There's, as I said, descriptions of the benefits and introduces you to Roger Yonka. But you have great graphics and great descriptions of these practices. So that's a lot of cool resources. I invite you to practice these at home using the resources. And the next time I'm going to add a couple of other movements to what we've learned today. And then we'll do these in a sequence, all flowing one to the other. And it's really fun and very healing practices as well. So I'm wishing you the very, very best. Delighted to be able to share this with you and hope you find it valuable. Thank you so much.